Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the Strat-O-Matic network. We are doing the 1968 replay. And the game currently being played is the New York Mets at the Cincinnati Reds. This is the second of a 3-game series. The Reds won the first game. Pitching for the New York Mets is right-hander Nolan Ryan. He was 6-9 with a 3.09 ERA in real world. He is 2-0 this season in the replay. Pitching for the Cincinnati Reds is Milt Pappas. He was 12-13 with a 3.47 ERA in real world, and he is 2-1 for the Reds. The New York Mets come into this game 6-7, 3 games behind the first place Houston Astros. We are early on. The Cincinnati Reds come into this game 8-5, tied with San Francisco for second place, 1 game behind the first place Houston Astros. Our standings in the National League are as follows, as you can see. Here are the American League standings. Minnesota in first with a 1.5 game lead over Detroit and Boston, tied for second place. The Chicago White Sox, of note, are 1-10, 8.5 games behind Minnesota. They've lost 8 in a row. That is the longest losing streak this year. Detroit has the longest winning streak at 7. And we're so glad to have you join us here for this ball game. And the Cincinnati Reds take the field. We are in Crosley Field. Milt Pappas on the mound. Catching him is Johnny Bench. At first base, Lee May. Second base, Tommy Helms. Perez at third. Cardenas at short. And the outfield, left to right, is Mac Jones, Vada Pinson, and Pete Rose. The Mets lineup will be Al Weiss at short, Boswell at second, Jones in center, Shamsky in left, Swoboda in right, Cranepool at first, Charles at third, Grody catching, and pitching and batting ninth, Nolan Ryan. And leading it off for the Mets is Al Weiss, switch hitter, batting left against Milt Pappas. Okay, here's Pappas. He's ready. The windup. The pitch to Weiss, 1-8, and he hits it to second base, fielded by Helms, and he throws to May for the out, one away, and we are underway here in Cincinnati. Now Ken Boswell, left-handed hitter. Pappas winds and the pitch. 2-8, single one to 14. It's a base hit. Up the middle. And Boswell is on first. Boswell 1-18, with Pappas 1-17, being held 1-15. And here's Cleon Jones. And the pitch to Cleon. That's 4-5, right-handed, struck him out. Two away, just underway here in the top of the first. Mets batting. Boswell on first, being held with two away, and Shamsky is the batter. Here's the pitch from Pappas. That's 5-9, left-handed, grounds it to short X, our first X today. That would be Leo Cardenas. He is a 236. It's going to be an E36 roll for Cardenas. E36-7, and he makes an error, a one-base error. Boswell goes to second. Let's put our ballpark effects in place, and Kathy Harden has arrived. Good morning to Kathy Harden. Hope all is well. And she's for the New York Mets. Ballpark effects for ballpark slashes. It's a 1-15 for both left-handers and right-handers. Ballpark blasts, home run 1-19 for left-handed hitters, 1-10 for right-handed hitters. So Shamsky reaches on the error by Cardenas. It's first and second, 2 outs. And here's Ron Swoboda up to the plate. This is a clutch situation. And it's good to see Julio arrive. Good morning to Julio. Okay, Pappas from the stretch, trying to get out of this. Here's the pitch to Swoboda, 3-5. That is a single 1-13. It goes through for a base hit. Up the middle. Boswell goes to third and holds. So that'll load the bases here. Good morning to Julio. It's Swoboda on first, Shamsky on second, Boswell on third, 2 outs. And another clutch situation. This is for Eddie Kranepool. Here's Pappas now. The pitch to Kranepool. 3-9 right-handed. Grounds it back to Pappas. He fields it and throws to Lee May at first, and the side is retired. So Pappas gets out of it. The Mets strand 3. No runs, 2 hits, the error. And after a half an inning, it's New York Mets nothing. And the Cincinnati Reds are coming up to bat. Nolan Ryan on the mound, the young, hard-throwing right-hander for the Mets. And leading it off, he'll face Pete Rose. Rose switch hitter, batting left against Ryan. Here's Ryan now. The pitch to Rose, 5-6, switch hitter, batting left, walked him. So Rose is on first. 1-13, 1-16. Being held 1-14. And Big Mac Jones, left-handed hitter, getting the start in place of Alex Johnson today. Ryan is from the stretch now. Pitch to Jones, 5-5, left-handed, struck him out. That's the first strikeout for Nolan Ryan. Now Veda Pinson, the batter. Again, Rose on first, being held. Good morning to Jeremiah. The pitch to Pinson. That's 5-10, left-handed, catcher X. Our second X today. That's for Grody at 2-7. 17-2, it's going to be a pass ball. Rose goes to second. Followed by a pop out to Jerry Grody. So a pass ball by Jerry Grody. It's 2 outs now, with Rose in scoring position. And Tony Pettis in a clutch situation. Jeremiah picking Pettis to go deep, Grody for a triple. Huh. Here's the pitch to Pettis. 3-7, right-handed, grounds it to third. Fielded by Ed Charles. And he fires it to Kranepool. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits. The walk to Rose, he went to second on a pass ball and was left there. And after 1 inning, it's scoreless ball game. We move to the top of the second. Milt Pappas on the mound. Loaded the bases with New York Mets, but got out of it. Here's Ed Charles to lead it off. Pappas into his windup. The pitch to Charles, 4-4, right-handed, catcher X. That'll be for bench at 210. 5-2, pops it up, and bench makes the catch, 1 out. Now Grody. The pitch from Pappas. 6-11, right-handed, grounds it to short. Cardenas fields it and fires it to Lee May, 2 away. And here's Nolan Ryan, the pitcher. He's a 1 WR. Pitch to Ryan, 1-8, struck him out. Second strikeout for Pappas and a 1-2-3 inning. And we're in the middle of the second. A scoreless game. Ryan takes the mound for his second inning. Lee May leads it off. Here's Ryan now. The pitch to May. That's 4-8, right-handed, walked him. So he walks the leadoff batters in both the first, now the second inning. May is on first, 1-13, 1-16. Being held 1-14, and benches the batter. Ryan from the stretch. Pitch to bench, 4-5, right-handed, flies it to right field, and Swoboda, under it, makes the catch, 1 away. Now, ooh, Lord, almost cut my finger on that card there. Tommy Helms, the batter, with May on first, being held 1 out. Pitch from Ryan, 2-12. Oh, he hit him. Helms gets hit by a pitch. And that'll be first and second with 1 out. And Leo Cardenas is the batter. Ryan throws. 3-9, right-handed, struck him out. Second strikeout for Ryan. And Milt Pappas, the batter, in a clutch situation. He is a 6 NR. Ryan from the stretch. Pitch to Pappas, 5-11, right-handed. That's a ballpark blast. He's got end power. He is a right-handed hitter, 1-10, and it's gone. A 3-run home run by Milt Pappas. And he's end power. There's a reason, because he hit home runs, at least 1, in real world. We'll look at that again. First of all, Pappas in real world. Like I said, hit at least 1 home run. And that's what he did. He hit 1 home run, had 4 RBIs for the season in real world, and this was one of them. Looking at it again, 5-11, just to be sure, right-handed. It is a ballpark blast, and right-hander 1-10, and it's gone. So tough break there for Nolan, allowing a 3-run home run to Pappas, but that's what happened. Now it's 2 outs, nobody on. 3-0 Reds. And the pitch, 2-7, struck him out. He struck out Rose, third strikeout, but 3 runs, and the Mets have their work cut out for them now. After 2, it's Cincinnati Reds 3, New York Mets nothing. As we move to the top of the third, I'm going to refresh my iced coffee if you don't mind. This just takes a moment. Yes, I added some milk. I don't know if you can see it. There's some milk in there. Okay, we're heading to the top of the third. Mets down 3-0. And Milt Pappas on the mound. It is very tasty, Julio. Very tasty and refreshing. Al Weiss, top of the order, leading it off. Switch hitter, batting left-handed. No sugar, Julio, no sugar. Okay, here's Pappas, the pitch to Weiss. That's 2-11, right-handed, single 1-6, and it's line to second, right at Helms. 1 out for the Mets in the top of the third. Here's Kenny Boswell, left-handed hitter. No sugar for Julio. Boswell singled and was left on third in the first. Here's Pappas. 3-10, right-handed, ballpark slash, 1-15. It's a 17. Lines it to Helms at second. 2 outs. And Jeremiah notes, I've been up since 3:38 when a huge jet flew over, then just too much on my mind. Oh, tell me about it, Jeremiah. I woke up at 4:10 a.m. I made the pot of coffee and then turned it off after it was made and then went back to bed. And I was very fortunate enough to be able to sleep from about 4:45 a.m. until about 7. And feeling rested, 2 outs, nobody on, and Cleon. And here we are with the game. I set the game up. Actually, I set the game up when I had woken at 4, wrote it up, uh, and here we are. Cleon with 2 outs and nobody on, top of the third. You just stayed up, but oversleep for what? Do you have a work you have to be at? Here's the pitch to Cleon. 3-5 right-handed, base hit Cleon. A 2-out single. Cleon 1-15. With Pappas 1-14, borderline. Oops, wrong dice. Being held 1-12. And Shamsky the batter. The pitch from Pappas. That's 1-4 right-handed, grounds it to second for Helms. And he throws it to Lee May, and Helms makes all 3 plays here in the third. A pop out, a line out, and an assist. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. And after 2 1/2 innings, it is 3-0 Cincinnati Reds. Okay, Ryan out on the mound. His first endurance is the 7th. Pappas the 6th. Mac Jones comes up to the plate. Left-handed hitter. The pitch from Ryan. 4-6 left-handed, walked him. Third walk given up by Ryan today. Mac Jones on first, 1-13, 1-16, 1-14 being held. And Veda Pinson is the batter. Reds out ahead 3-0. We're in the bottom of the third. On a 3-run home run by Pappas. I heard Kathy Harden. A lot of people have passed away. A lot of people. It's kind of a hard thing to reconcile. I guess the only idea here is to enjoy your life while you have it. It's Mac Jones on first being held. And Veda Pinson is the batter. Here's the pitch from Ryan. That's 6-5, left-handed, grounds it to short X for Al Weiss, 336. 8-3, that's going to be an E36 roll for Ryan, for Weiss. That's a 9. He throws to Boswell at second to get Mac Jones, and then Boswell to Cranepool for the double play. 2 outs. Big double play there, pulled by Al Weiss on the E-roll. That'll bring up Tony Perez. Okay, Ryan is ready. 2 outs, nobody on. Pitch to Pettis. 3-8 right-handed. That's hit well by Tony into the gap, and it's dropping, rolling to the wall. And Pettis glides into second with a stand-up double. It was a 3-8 right-handed home run 1-12, a 20 on the 20 die. So a 2-out double, Pettis on second, and a clutch situation for Lee May. Okay, Ryan now, trying to get out of this. Already down 3-0. Here's the pitch to May. 5-5 right-handed, struck him out. And that will retire the side. No runs for the Reds, a walk, a double play, the double by Pettis, left on second. And after 3, it's still 3-0 on the 3-run blast by Milt Pappas. Pappas takes the mound. And runs Swoboda to lead it off. Swoboda singled, left on base in the first. Pitch from Pappas, 6-7 right-handed, struck him out. Third strikeout for Pappas. Here's Eddie Kranepool, the late Eddie Kranepool, I believe, facing Pappas. And the pitch, that's 5-11, left-handed, ballpark slash 1-15, goes through. Eddie with a base hit, a 1-out single. Now here's the late Ed Charles. The late Jerry Grody on deck. Okay, Pappas, he gets the sign from bench. And the pitch to the glider. 5-5 right-handed, flies it to center, and that will be for Pinson to make the catch, 2 away. And now Jerry Grody. Grody grounded to short in the second. Pitch from Pappas. 1-9, struck him out. And that will retire the side, and that's 4 strikeouts for Pappas. We're in the middle of the 4th. It's 3-0 Cincinnati Reds. If you're looking ahead to our next game on the schedule, it's the Chicago White Sox at the first place Minnesota Twins. It will be Joe Horlen for the Chicago White Sox and Jim Merritt for the Twins. We move to the bottom of the 4th. It's Nolan Ryan on the mound. And Bench leads it off. Bench flew to right in the 2nd inning. Here's Ryan. Pitch to Bench, 2-7, single 1-19, goes through, base hit. It's the 3rd hit allowed by Ryan. He's walked 3, hit 1, struck out 4. Bench on first, nobody out. Here's the late Tommy Helms. Bench 1 to 13, 1 to 16. 1 to 14 being held. Okay, here's Helms, hit by the pitch and came home on the 3-run home run. Pitch from Ryan. 310, right-handed, lines it to first. Eddie Kranepool makes the catch, 1 out. And now here's Leo Cardenas. It's really Cardenas. Cardenas struck out in the second. Pitch from Ryan, 1-5, struck him out again. 5th strikeout for Ryan, and here's Pappas. Three-run home run in the second inning. And the pitch from Ryan. 3-7, struck him out this time. And it's the 6th strikeout for Ryan. No runs, 1 hit, the leadoff single by Bench, left on base. And we've gone 4 innings. It's a 3-0 ball game. And Pappas takes the mound. His first endurance again is the 6th. We're in the top of the 5th here. Ryan will lead it off. Ryan struck out in the second. Here's Pappas. Well, that did not go through. That is a re-roll. Two 5 struck him out. 5th strikeout for Pappas today. And Al Weiss 0 for 2. Al Weiss hit 172 in 274 at-bats. The Reds won this game 5-3 in real world. Weiss went 0 for 4 in the real world in this game. 1 out, nobody on. Pappas into his windup, and the pitch to Al Weiss. That's a 2-9 right-handed. Struck him out. 6th strikeout for Pappas. And Ken Boswell steps up to the plate. 1 for 2, singled left on in the first. 2-9 right-handed, flies it to right. That's playable by Rose. He gets under it and makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Pappas. We're in the middle of the 5th. Here's Ryan now. Top of the order for the Reds, Pete Rose walked and struck out. Okay, Ryan is ready. Here's the pitch to Rose. 6-8, switch hitter batting left, struck him out. Number 7 for Ryan. And now Mac Jones, left-handed hitter. Jones has struck out and walked. One 8, and he walked him again. Fourth walk given up by Ryan today. Jones 1-13, 1-16, 1-14 being held. Veda Pinson, the batter. Here's the pitch. 6-11, left-handed double 1-6. It's a fly to center. Chasing for it is Cleon, and he makes the catch. 2 outs. Tommy Agee getting the game off. Agee did come into pinch run for Swoboda at the probably in the 9th. Here's Tony Pettis now. Again, Jones on first being held. Pettis is 1 for 2. He doubled left on in the 3rd. From the stretch, Ryan. That's 5-7, right-handed, struck him out. Number 8 for Ryan. So Ryan has shown brilliance at times, and he made one bad pitch with 2 on. The home run by Milt Pappas. That's been all the scoring. 3-0 Reds through 5. And Pappas takes the mound. This is his first endurance inning. Cleon leads it off. Cleon 1 for 2 today. That's 5-4, right-handed, flies to center X. For Pinson, 2-8. 2-8, 8-2 makes the catch. A running catch by Veda Pinson. Jones is retired. Now Shamsky, the batter. Pappas winds and deals. 4-7, left-handed, struck him out. 7th strikeout for Pappas. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Swoboda. Swoboda is still alive. So is Shamsky, so is Cleon, so is Weiss. I'm not sure about Boswell. I think he is alive. Here's Pappas now. The pitch to Swoboda, 3-7, right-handed, grounds it to third, fielded by Pettis. And he fires it across to Lee May. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Milt Pappas. And that's 8 in a row retired by Pappas. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. Ryan takes the mound. Again, his first endurance is next inning. Here's Lee May. May walked and scored on Pappas's 3-run home run, and he struck out. Here's Ryan. Pitch to May, 2-7, fly ball center for Cleon. Makes the catch, 1 out. Now bench, 1 for 2 today. Oh, oh. Get those dice. Where'd the other one go? Jesus. Where'd the other dice go? It's white and it's hard to see. I'm on my hands and knees. Oh, Lord. I'm a 66-year... Oh, here it is. A 66-year-old man. Still able to enjoy play. Okay, here's bench now. Pitch from Ryan, 3-6, grounds it to short for Weiss, and he throws it to Cranepool. Kung Fu dice, yeah, 2 outs. And here's the late Tommy Helms. .38, flies it to center, and Cleon is under it. And that's a 1-2-3 for Nolan Ryan. Short, Selma, and Kuntz pitched in this game in relief in Real World for the Mets. That's used as a guideline only. Abernathy relieved for the Reds. We move to the 7th. Here's Pappas in his second endurance inning. His full endurance. Eddie Cranepool, the leadoff batter. I do have backup dice. Thanks to Kathy Harden and her recommendation, I have all sorts of backup dice. I'm enjoying these small ones, but I have these. And of course, I have these larger dice right here. Those are pretty big though, so I'm not really a fan of using them. But I'll tell you, it sure makes a good container to keep your medicine fresh. And we have baseball demos here. We have Jeremiah, Julio, Kathy. So it's a 3-0 ball game, and Eddie Cranepool leading it off. Now I'm trying to remember. I think I didn't roll for Eddie. That's when I dropped the dice. Yeah. So here we go. Cranepool leading it off, top of the 7th. Here's Pappas. 1-9 right-handed, grounds it to second, and that's for Helms. 1 out. That's 9 in a row for Pappas. And here's Ed Charles coming up. 2-8 right-handed, grounds it back to Pappas, and he throws it to May, 2 outs. And Jerry Grody, the batter. Grody 0 for 2. Whoops. Three-7 right-handed, flies it to left. And under it is Mac Jones. And that's 14 in order. I'm sorry, 11 in order for Milt Pappas. And we're in the 7th inning stretch. I think this will be a great time for me to refresh my coffee. I'll be back in just a moment with the score 3-0 on the 3-run home run by Milt Pappas. Otherwise, Pappas and Ryan each holding the score at 3-0. Okay. So Julio noting that there was an error on Mac Jones' baseball card. Oh, he posed batting right. So what was he trying to play with people's heads? Was that what it was? Here's Ryan coming out bottom of the 7th. It'll be Cardenas, Pappas, and Rose. Here's Leo Cardenas leading it off. He has struck out twice by Ryan. Here's Ryan now. Top of the 8th, easy trivia question from Bill Ivamy. Okay, Ryan into his windup. The pitch to Cardenas, 3-5, struck him out a 3rd time. And that's the 9th for Ryan. And here's Pappas now. Ryan gets the sign from Grody. The pitch to Pappas. And that's 6-8. Right-handed. Struck him out. Number 10 for Ryan. And Pete Rose, the batter. Rose 0 for 2 and a walk. Struck out twice by Ryan. 4-6, switch hitter batting left, walked him. So Rose is on. 1 to 13, 1 to 16. Being held 1 to 14. And Big Mac Jones, left-handed hitter. The pitch from Ryan. 2-7, right-handed, struck him out, and that's number 11. And that is a shame. He pitched very good baseball other than the 3-run home run to Milt Pappas of all people, and that's been the game. Now I want you all to get ready and look in the text for the trivia question from Bill Ivamy. Here it is. Who holds the Baltimore Oriole record career for most home runs hit as a pitcher? If it's not Pappas, I have a second guess. It is correct, okay. And that's going to be a red jelly bean there for Bill Ivamy for giving us the trivia question, and also for Jeremiah. Good guess by Julio. We give an orange one to Julio. It was a good question. Well, it's been a tale of 1 inning, 1 swing of the bat. Milt Pappas with 2 on hit a 3-run home run, and that's the score. And there's going to be a hitter for Nolan Ryan. Ryan pitched 7 innings. He struck out 11. He allowed only 3 hits. He walked 5, hit 1, and allowed 3 runs. Cal Kuntz would come in to pitch. He pitched in this game in the real world. And facing Pappas to pinch hit for Ryan here in the 8th would be Larry Stoll. Just want to make sure he indeed is on this club. Yes, he is. So Larry Stoll will be the new pitcher, and Cal Kuntz will come in to pitch. Kuntz has no record, no runs in 3 2/3 innings. And here's Larry Stoll. Coming in to lead off the top of the 8th for Ryan. Okay, Pappas is ready now. Here's the pitch to Stoll. 6-8 left-handed, 1-1-5. It's a base hit for Stoll. So Stoll 1-14, 20 on a 3-roll, is on first. Pappas in his 3rd endurance inning with full endurance. And here's Al Weiss. Again, full transparency, Al Weiss, a 172 hitter. And we're going to have him hit. He's 0 for 3. Half the time they'll end up on Pappas's card anyway. Here's the pitch. That is 6'9", switch hitter, batting left. Hit well, but he has W power, and it's going to go in his favor into the gap for a double. Stoll 1-14. Center field 1-13 will hold. And now it's 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. And the Mets got something going here. A huge double by Al Weiss. Al freaking Weiss. And here's Pappas now facing Boswell. The Reds are playing the infield back. Here's Pappas now. 1 hit or walk away from fatigue. Action Abernathy in the bullpen. And the pitch, that's 5'10", left-handed, grounds it to short X. That'll be for Leo Cardenas. He is a 236, 16-2. That's a ground ball A with the infield back. And the run will score. Stoll comes home. And Weiss goes to third. Again, second and third, A, 5. It was hit to short, runners advance. So Pappas holding on here, trying to get out of this now. And here's Cleon. Now they'll bring the infield in. It's a 3-1 ball game. Ted Abernathy, who pitched in Real World, is warming. Okay, Pappas looks in. He gets the sign from bench. And the pitch to Cleon. That's 5-6, right-handed, struck him out. A huge strikeout for Pappas, his 8th of the game. Oh, good to know, Julio. Abernathy was a submariner. All right, 2 outs. And here's Shamsky in a clutch situation. Left-handed hitter. Hit 238 Real World with power. He could tie this game up with a long one. Here's Pappas now. And the pitch to Shamsky. 4-6 left-handed, fly ball left. This should end the inning. And Mac Jones under it makes the catch, and the side is retired. But there was one run. The pinch hit single by Stahl, doubled home. Actually doubled Weiss, sending Stahl to third, came home on the ground ball. They were playing the infield back there, trying to avoid a big inning for the Mets, and that's what happened. And we've gone 7 1/2 innings, and it is a 3-1 ball game. And Cal Kuntz is the new pitcher for the New York Mets. He has no record. His ERA is 0 in 3 2/3 innings. Now, if you're looking ahead to the 9th for the Mets, it will be Swoboda, Kranepool, and Charles. Here's Veda Pinson leading it off for the Reds. Here's Kuntz now. And the pitch to Pinson. That's 1-6 right-handed, struck him out. Now Tony Pettis, the batter. He's 1 for 3, doubled, left on in the 3rd. Pitch from Kuntz. 3-6, walked him. So Pettis is on first with 1 out. 1 to 13, not being held. And Lee May, the batter. 0 for 2, walked in the 2nd, came home on Pappas's home run. The pitch to May. 5-4 right-handed. Catcher X. That's for bench, for Grody, I'm sorry. 2-7. 9-2, that's going to be an E7 roll for Jerry Grody. And it's a dribbler in front of the plate. and Grody throws May out. Perez advances to second. And Bench comes up, the rookie, in a clutch situation. 2 outs. Perez on second. Kuhn's trying to get out of this. Pitch to Bench, 5-5 right-handed, struck him out. And that is the side. We're heading to the ninth. It's 3-1 Reds. And Milt Pappas has gone all the frickin' way. And he's going to try to finish this off. He has partial endurance. And Swoboda will lead it off. It's Swoboda, Kranepool, and Charles. Here's Swoboda. 242 hitter in real world. Here's Pappas now. And the pitch to Swoboda. That's 5-9 right-handed, grounds it to short X. Cardenas, 236. 22 throws him out. Swoboda retired. Now here's Eddie Kranepool, left-handed hitter. Pappas gets the sign from Bench. He's set. The windup and the pitch to Eddie. 1-4, single 1-15. Oh, it's a 19, lines it to second, and a beautiful catch by the late Tommy Helms. Oh my, what a nice catch. 2 outs. Eddie hit that hard. It was a 1-4 right-handed, single 1-15, lined to second on the 19 on the 20 die. And Pappas is 1 out away from the win. This would be his 3rd of the season. And Ed Charles, the batter, 0 for 3. Pappas into his windup. The pitch to Ed Charles. 6-3, right-handed, grounds it back to Pappas X. He is a 4-8. $17-4. It's going to be an E8 roll. Ten throws it to first to Lee May, and the ball game is over. The final is Cincinnati Reds 3, New York Mets 1. I found it to be a relatively entertaining ball game. The win goes to Pappas. He went all the way. He's 3-1. 9 innings, 6 hits, pitched very good baseball. He did not walk a batter. He struck out 8 and allowed 1 run. The loss goes to Ryan. He's 2-1 now. Ryan was great. 7 innings, 11 strikeouts, only 3 hits, but unfortunately one of them was a 3-run home run, and that's baseball. The final line in this game, Cincinnati Reds, 3 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. The New York Mets, 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors. And the Mets out-hit the Reds and lost. Player of the game, Milt Pappas. Pappas did it all, as Julio says. We're going to enter this one in the books quite systematically. And set up the next game. As I mentioned, our next game is the Chicago White Sox at the Minnesota Twins, as the first place Twins try to keep their winning ways. We're going to enter this in real time right now. With some real concentration. For the standings. It's going to be a win for Cincinnati. They're 9-5 now. And that puts them in sole possession of second place. I'll share the standings with you, be updated as soon as I complete this. Nine and 5. The Mets dropped to 6-8. Whoops. 6-8. They dropped to 9th place. $9.18, $19.26, $36.41, $51.54, $69, $9.20. 33, 41, 49, 58, 68, 69. $61, 21, 34. And here are your updated standings. In the National League. Now I'll put the individual stats in. First for the New York Mets, Ryan with the loss, 2-1. Mets had that run batted in by Boswell on a ground ball. Weiss 1 for 4. Boswell 1 for 4. Cleon 1 for 4. Shamsky 0-4. Swoboda 1-4. Cranepool 1-4. Ed Charles 0-4. Grody 0-3. Larry Stahl, his first, he's 0 for 2. Now he's 1 for 3 on the season. That takes care of the Mets. Well, let's put in the Reds. Pappas, now 3-1. Rose 0-2. Matt Jones 0-2. Pinson 0-4. Perez 1-3. May 0-3. Bench 1-4. Helms 0-2. Cardenas 0-3. And Pappas, it was all Pappas with the home run, but we don't keep pitchers hitting statistics. That's going to finish game 134 for the day. Now we're going to move to game 135. We'll edit the title. It was a classic, absolutely. I'm doing a little better. I knock on wood. Okay, let's go take a look at the schedule here. Just to confirm, White Sox at Twins. And it looks like this is the third of a 3-game series, third of a 4-game series. Wow. And we're going to give you an opportunity to at least get a semblance of the setup, although I opt to today is tax day. I have an extension, and due to something that needs to be taken care of, is today Jackie Robinson Day? Jeez. All right. Minnesota has won the first 2 games of this 4-game series. This is game 3 of the series. No relievers were used in the prior game. As Boswell went all the way for the win over Tommy John. 3-2 was the score. Chicago comes into this game 1-10, 8.5 behind the first place Twins. They've lost 8 in a row. The Twins come into this 10-3 with a 1.5 game lead, and they have won 3 in a row. And I suppose it's worth sharing these standings as we prep this game. Look at that, Chicago White Sox, 1-10. forgot to email myself. The last game data. Sometimes I forget to do it. That's okay, as long as I don't need to access it. Yeah. Well, we'll see if they can upset the Twins. Let's go get the clubs now, Chicago and Minnesota. This is Strat's end for you, absolutely. The Twins won this game 4-1 in real world. Joel Horlin will be starting for the White Sox. I wonder if Joel is around. Let's set up the lineups. I'll announce the lineups when I enter. Carew is back in the game, back in the lineup. He missed last game. Jim Merritt, left-hander, pitching for the Twins. Joel Horland comes in with a record of 0-3. He's allowed 9 runs in 22 2/3 innings. Jim Merritt for the Twins. Comes into this game 0-1. Now we'll enter our lineups. For the Chicago White Sox, leading off, Luis Aparicio. At short, Tommy McCraw batting second at first base. We use real-world lineups derived from Baseball Reference. Tommy Davis batting third.
I'm going to give away this incredible $4,000. Wait, no, not this one.
Davis in left field. Batting cleanup is Ken Boyer. Playing third base. Batting fifth, Pete Ward in right field. Batting sixth and catching, Dwayne Josephson. Batting sixth in center, Ken Berry. Batting eighth and playing second base, Tim Cullen. And pitching and batting ninth, Joel Horland. He was 12-14 in real world with a very, very impressive 2.37 ERA. 35 starts. He's 0-3 for these ailing White Sox, who are 1-10 in last place. Now for the first place Minnesota Twins. Leading off at third base, Cesar Tovar. Batting second at second base, Rod Carew. Batting third and right, Tony Oliva. Batting cleanup and playing first base, Harmon Killebrew. Batting fifth and playing left field, Bob Allison. Batting sixth in center field, Ted Eulander. Batting seventh at shortstop, Jackie Hernandez. Batting eighth and catching, John Roseborough. And pitching and batting ninth, Jim Merritt. He was 12 and 16 on the season with a 3.25 ERA. He is 0 and 1 in the replay. I'm going to refresh my coffee. And when we come back, we'll start this ball game. Yes, the ballpark effects, Julio. Something I often forget to do, and I thank you for the reminder. Ballpark slashes, left-handed 1 to 12. Right-handed 1 to 18. Ballpark blasts, left-handed 1 to 3, right-handed 1 to 14. I'll be right back. We're at Municipal Stadium, and it's the Chicago White Sox at the Minnesota Twins for the third of a four-game series. The Twins have won the first two. They come in 10-3, 1.5 game lead in this American League. White Sox dead last, 1-10, and they are 8.5 games already, believe it or not, behind the Minnesota Twins, and it's only April 27. For some context, the White Sox finished 8th. They lost 95 games. The Twins finished 7th. They were 79-83, pretty much average team, but they've gotten off to a very, very hot start with good hitting and good pitching. Managing for the Twins is Cal Irmer. And for the White Sox, Eddie Stanky. He will be fired and replaced with Les Moss, who will then be fired and replaced with Al Lopez. But Eddie Stanky is the manager. Eddie Stanky contributed to the breaking of the color barrier as a member of the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1947. Upon first meeting Jackie Robinson at spring training, Stanky told him he was not in favor of integrating baseball and that he was unhappy that it was his own team doing it, but that, despite his own personal feelings, Robinson was now his teammate, and Stanky promised he would have his back. Uh-oh. Oh, God help me. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, folks. Oh. Oh, I just got some bad news. I have to end the ball game. I'm sorry.